So, I just want to spend some time talking about how it feels to spend time with an avoidant person. Um, these are actually terms that I really didn't know anything about until I was spending time with one. And I started to watch these videos, or these videos were literally just coming on my feed about avoidant partners. And I'm like, well, that's interesting because that's everything that is happening to me right now. And I think I just want to share with you that if you're in this situation, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. And here's why. Because it's a very, very complicated situation. And here is the kicker. There's nothing wrong with the person that is avoidant, and there's nothing wrong with the person who loves the avoidant. But there's a point where it's time to start to make some decisions as to how we want to be treated, how we want to feel in relationships. Avoidant people are hurt people, and they are protecting their hearts. They do not want to be hurt again. And that is fine. But what they also do is they find somebody that makes them feel good, and they want to be around that person. And what they don't realize, and I'm a woman, I understand women, I don't understand men, so I'm never here to try to get you to understand men if you're a man. Women have feelings. We're supposed to. It would be odd if we didn't. So here's the thing. When you're with someone and they're holding your hand and they're holding you in their arms and you feel safe, you're going to fall in love with that person. It just makes logical fucking sense that you're going to fall in love with that person because that's how women are. When this person, kisses you, tells you all the things that you want to hear, you're going to fall in love with them. When your relationship becomes physical, women bond. Women bond through physical touch and physical connection. That is how it works. So, yeah, you're going to fall in love with them. And that does not mean that there's something wrong with you, because that's what they're going to want you to feel. Because they don't want you to be in love with them, because they don't want to fall in love with you, because they don't want to be hurt. So they're going to do everything that they possibly can to keep you at arm's length. And I didn't understand this, like I said, until I started watching these videos. And I'm like, well, fuck me. That's exactly what's happening. He says all the right things. When I don't communicate with him and I don't spend time with him, he has always come back with these big grand gestures of how we need to be together and how we have so much fun together, and how we need to be together. And he's very adamant, and it feels really, really good because women want to be pursued. So that in itself, being chosen, is going to help you fall in love with these people. But then what happens, as soon as there's this grand gesture and things work out and you become close and you have these conversations, whatever happens on their end, I don't know. But from what I have been hearing in these videos is they get afraid, because now they're close to you and now they're feeling things for you that they didn't want to feel. And so now they pull away. And that's where we're left wondering, what the fuck is going on here? We literally just had this beautiful communication. We just had this beautiful connection. And now they're pulling away. And what the fuck? Like, did I do something wrong? Is it me? It's not you. It's not you, it's them. And not in a judgy way. It's not that they're assholes, and it's not that they're bad people. They're hurt people that don't want to be hurt again. And that's fine. We don't have to judge them. We don't have to blame them, but we also don't have to save them. And this is where I get caught because I see the beauty in hurt men. I love the vulnerability of them talking about their pain and their wounds and I love that because that is a vulnerability that I had never experienced with a man before. But what I don't like is that my heart is opening to somebody that is incredible. This is an incredible man. I wouldn't be in love with him if he weren't an incredible man. But what I know now that I didn't want to know before is he doesn't want to feel anything for me. So the big picture is, what's the point of this? What's the point? Because he wants this friendship. He wants to keep me in his life. But he wants that because I make him feel good. I take away his pain. He's not interested in giving anything to me. He's not interested in having feelings for me. So what is the point of being in love with someone who's never going to be in love with you? So I'm just here to share this because I didn't want to see the truth because I didn't want to feel the pain. Because we've had this 10-month on again, off again. You know, every time I pull away because I see what's going on, like I said, there's always this grand gesture, and every time it gets more and more romantic and more beautiful. And every time I'm like, oh my God, I've never had a man pursue me. This is just beautiful. It feels so good to have such an incredibly attractive, wonderful man just pursue you. And it feels so good to know that they want to make sure that you stay in their lives. That feels good. But when you really sit with the truth of, okay, you want me in your life, but you just keep disappearing. You're not consistent. You don't ever do the things that a loving partner would do for a loving partner. I do all the loving partner. No, I don't. I don't even get to do all of the loving partner things because I know he's not my loving partner. So I'm also experiencing this lack of being able to give and be as loving as I normally would because he's not in that place. So I'm robbing myself of the ability to be as giving and as loving as my dog is chewing his bone and he's pushing my arm. That's why I'm like shaking. And at the same time, I am not receiving those loving gestures. And, you know, at the end of the day, we just get to ask ourselves the question of, what do I want here? And what I want is I want to be with somebody who actually reciprocates love. I want to be with somebody who wants love. I'm just tired of, and yet I'm not blaming because I obviously hold this wound where anything above being abused mentally and emotionally is a win. And that's not healthy. But yet that's where we are in our journey. It's just showing me where I am on my journey. I have healed so many parts of myself that are addicted to being abused. This man would never abuse me in any way, shape, or fucking form. But he also would never compliment me. He would also never take me on dates. He would also not love me. And so this is growth for me to realize that just because they're a great person doesn't mean that they're a match. And so this is me doing my work and feeling the motherfucking pain, knowing that I'm in love with this person and I have to leave and break all ties. That hurts. That really, really hurts. But that's my job, is to walk through the pain and get to the other side and